Here's my take on hair. It is undoubtedly a necessary portion of your practice. Everyone wants to be hairless in our current society. There's a lot of people doing hair. If you don't have a hair opportunity, I can assure you with near assurance that you are losing people to someone who does. Because they're going to go across the street to someone who's doing laser hair, and guess what else that person is also doing? All the other things that you want to provide for your patient, right? So in my world, and this is not a standard of care, I promise you today I'll do a great job of telling you what standard that means is required of you as a medical provider, and I'll tell you kind of just what's my flavor. If it's my flavor, feel free to argue with me. That's actually how I learn, is when we have two different points of view, or you could disagree or take bits and pieces. So this is just my flavor. My flavor for hair, the way it's positioned in the practice, is purely for retention at first. That's what's in parentheses, at first. So I needed an opportunity to keep people in my practice because I noticed I was leaking to other practices because people would go over there to get their bikini done or their legs done, and then also they'd be running a special on this, and I'd get a slow leak across the street or to other environments because I didn't have hair. So hair allows for a ton of retention. So because for me at first, because I didn't have a robust hair, and you may be in this audience and totally disagree with me, you'd be making a ton of money on hair, that's amazing, I'm happy for you. I know that exists, just in my world it didn't at first. And so in my world, everyone really competed themselves down to, they raced to the bottom on pricing for hair. So it was a hard market to just want to jump into until I understood the power of retention. Actually, I'm covered in tattoos. And my tattoo artist, love him to death, and I love his wife to death. She's really sweet. She's an esthetician. So they bought it. They're very smart. I do not own a tattoo removal laser because they have one. And he's a tattoo artist, and that's where everyone goes to get their tattoo removed and then subsequently replaced, right? Guess what else that tattoo removal device does? Hair. Guess what she charges for unlimited access, monthly subscription for hair? 99 bucks. I just want to right in her teeth, right? But again, I love them. More power to them. But I'm just not going to mess with that. I'm not going to compete with that. So that's my market. My market was low-price competitors. Everyone's doing it. So I'm like, not it. Don't want it. But I was losing people. So I needed one. This is where, friends, from a business perspective, you got to be careful. I don't like one-trick ponies. I hate one-trick ponies. What's a one-trick pony? It's a pony that can only do one trick. So if you buy a laser hair device that's only a laser hair device in a market like mine, that's a hard one to make your payment. So this is why I love the Optimus. Because the Optimus has my Morpheus, has a Former, has all these other things, but guess what else it has? Laser hair. So it's like a gimme. So this is how I first entered into the space. I bought an Optimus. On that Optimus, it had a hair. Oh, that's great. Now I can start retaining my patients, but it does 7 other things that I can earn revenues from. So that's the beauty of the Optimus having this. And then we don't need to go through all the laser physiology. I'm happy to, and I'm capable of doing that if you'd like. But just know that we have the gold standard wavelength of 810 nanometers with the gold standard fluence. What that means, if you're not a light and laser physiology person, that means highly efficient. The way it's tuned equals efficiency. Less treatments required to get a good effect. Now, this will tell you it's safe on all skin types, and it is, but at 810, you've got to be careful with 4, 5s, and 6s. The chromophore, the target that the wavelength is seeking is melanin, okay? It's seeking dark pigment in the skin. A guy like me, especially in the summer, has melanin all over. So when it's trying to find something dark, it finds everything, and it can burn me up. So you got to be careful. You can use it in 4, 5s, and 6s. You just have to low and slow. There's a better opportunity on this very platform, specifically tuned for dark-skinned individuals and light-skinned individuals. Lighter-skinned individuals is difficult. Remember, we're seeking pigment in the hair bulb. Well, if you're fair-skinned with blonde hair, there's not much pigment to find. So that's another challenge for laser hair devices. So on the Optimus, we have an opportunity for light-skinned, light-hair individuals, types 4, 5s, and 6s, and everyone in between. In my hands, this is used for everyone in between. It's the workhorse for your middle of the scale skin types, okay? But you can, if this is all you had, you could specifically tune it for your 4s, 5s, and 6s. We were first to the party with a chilled tip. Now everyone has one. We like to claim it. But the unique thing about our chilled tip is it's pre-cooled, meaning if we're moving down the screen, or up the screen rather. It's pre-cooled, so that part of the tip is chilled. Right where the energy is delivered is chilled, and then post-cooling. So 3P cooling. And I'm not gonna make you raise your hands for this one, but ladies and gentlemen in the room, if you've ever gotten laser hair done in an intimate area, pretty spicy, right? Pretty spicy. Again, you don't have to show hands. So this is the importance. This video is gonna show you the importance of a chilled tip when we're thinking about doing intimate areas with our laser hair, and why it's so important and subsequently valuable to you all as potential owners of this.
I started getting laser hair removal, essentially all over my entire body, okay? And so when they do your front downstairs, they're gonna do your back downstairs, okay? And when they do your back downstairs, they make you spread them. I don't like doing that. Like, essentially, like, I've been there at this point probably like 12 or 13 times. That means 12 to 13 more women have seen my butthole than men have. It's just, I just throw it out on the table for you. So because I don't like to spread them, I will just let the lady kind of just like go in there blind. And so this one of these last times, she went in there blind, didn't know where she was shooting, shot it right into my butthole. Right into my butthole. When I tell you the scream in which I scrimped, I've never scrimped before. I swear to God, the laser shot right out of my mouth. Shot right out of my mouth. Started lasering things down. I was going, ah! I was lasering all over the place. The glasses were breaking. Light bulbs were shattering. I looked like like a lighthouse. Like William Dafoe. So, if you go get your butthole lasered, make sure that you spread them. They don't care.
I mean, like, see all the things you're learning this weekend you didn't even know you were gonna learn? The importance of a chilled tip on your laser hair removal devices. Okay, here's some data for you. This is the power of efficiency. Specifically tuned devices with gold standard fluences and wavelengths allows you to get a 73% reduction only after 3 treatments. So think about, you all know this space well. You guys all have hair, right? Think how many, what we're telling our patients in terms of number and treatments and maintenance. We're at 73% reduction with just 3 treatments. And that's retained. We rechecked at 1 year, 70% after 3 treatments. That's hugely significant. More efficiency, more efficiency. I'm gonna flip through these quickly because no one cares about before and afters for hair. It's like a hairy armpit and a bald armpit. Wow, it did its job. Okay, so here you go, before and afters of laser hair. This is how we got to our standardized clinical endpoints and data. We actually measured a square centimeter area, measured the follicles, and then checked back at time 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, and remeasured the follicles to get that data.